Nicole Kidman is getting Oscar buzz for her performance as Lucille Ball. Whoever did that graphic, bravo, nice job. The iconic star of the beloved 50s sitcom, I Love Lucy. In the new film, which gives us insight into the real-life marriage between Lucille Ball and her husband and co-star, that's Desi Arnaz. It's called Being the Ricardos. And in some ways, Nicole told us, this is a double role for her because she has to transition between the character Lucy played on TV and the determined entertainment visionary she was off screen. So we spoke with Nicole a couple of days ago from her home in Sydney, Australia, and she told us about the pressure she felt taking on the role of such a legendary comedy icon. Okay, first we'll just say congratulations, Golden Globe winner, for the movie we're here to talk to you about. I would imagine it never gets old winning awards, Nicole, but congrats to you, congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it actually gets sweeter and sweeter with age. You think, well, this will never happen again, and then it happens, and you're like, oh.
But I want to talk about this role in particular because, you know, in the beginning, there were people that thought, Nicole Kidman, that's an interesting choice.
Oh, no. I can't spend the afternoon with three women enough to tell the truth.
I read that you said it took you out of your comfort zone. How so?
Oh, like way out. I was in extreme discomfort. But at the same time, it was, you know, it was an extraordinary challenge, and it was just lovely that Aaron Sorkin thought I could do it.
Pregnant women often vomit.
I know I could any second.
Did you have the chatter in your ear about people who questioned it? Did that motivate you to say, I will show you, or did you just block out all of that?
Tried to just block out all of it. I'm not a person that's sort of seeking out all of the what's online and what are people saying and how should I respond. I'm much more about, this is a glorious role and this is a fantastic company of actors, and get in there and don't let the team down.
As we've heard him do 100 times, he says,
Lucy, I'm home.
What was your approach? Did you look at her as two characters, or did you think, you know, because there's I Love Lucy, as in Lucy Ricardo, and then there's Lucille Ball.
Yeah, I mean, initially, because there was the I Love Lucy show and there was so much, and I didn't know how much was going to be in the film, I thought, well, I have to show up with that just down. And then the Lucille Ball of it was the discovery for me, because all of the interviews, all of the documentary footage, I had access through Lucy Arnaz, her daughter, to secret recordings, and that's when I discovered the woman. And the woman is extraordinary. She's fascinating. And her life is fascinating and an inspiration.
She loves the crowds, and the crowds love her.
What she sort of came up against and would fail, pick herself up, keep going. And she had this extraordinary partner, but that was a very complicated relationship. And so all of that is explored in the film, and people will discover her again. And a new generation has access to her now.
When we think of Nicole Kidman, a lot of us think of red carpet because you are perfection on the red carpet from your hair to your heels. So I'm wondering how you prepare for roles like the scene with Stomping of the Grapes. Because that's a totally different way of seeing Nicole Kidman. How did you get ready for something like that?
I just put on my sweatpants and a T-shirt and put it up on the screen behind me and literally worked. I can do that whole grape stomping sequence and do the whole thing with the timing and it took months. I was actually disappointed that more of it isn't in the film. And then when I got to swim in them, because Lucy doesn't do that in the episode, she doesn't swim around in them. That was part of, you know, she's exploring what's funny in her head.
It must have meant something, too, that Lucy Arnaz really embraced you and is very, very complimentary about your performance, because she said you really captured the essence of her mother. I would think that would mean the world to you to hear it from her.
Yeah, it's her mama.
Yes.
It's her mama. And she's watching her mother in not just sort of, not through rose-colored glasses in the film either. So, and watching her father, because it's Desi, it's called Being the Ricardos for a reason. And it's her parents. And so for her to give both Javier and I the thumbs up and say, you did it, and she doesn't fake things. That's not Lucy. She's like her mother.
And the way that the movie ended, I mean, it was just so touching and so tender at the same time when you could just see the marriage was ending.
This is my lipstick.
Keith sat next to Lucy when she watched it, and he was like, she's weeping. Oh. I know. Oh. And I think they couldn't make it work because of, you know, human beings have deep flaws sometimes, but it doesn't mean that the relationship wasn't filled with love.
These days, Nicole Kidman is spending time with her love. That's country music superstar Keith Urban and their 2 daughters back in Sydney, Australia. During this pandemic, you all celebrated your 15th anniversary. May I say, I love that Instagram post, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban. Please take us behind the scenes of that picture.
Keith's was like we were in our pajamas. Mine was a little more, what does that say about us? No. We're a mix. We're very suited. I'm incredibly lucky to have met him. I met him, you know, as Lucy did, as Lucy met Desi. I met him later in life, and it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. That man is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Well, I wish you well. I wish you continued soaring. Oscar nominations are coming up.
Yes.
Can I put it out there?
You can put anything out there, Gayle. I'll follow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's so sweet, and of course she's so talented, and I love the relation. You know, I'm a sucker for love. You both know that, and I love when a husband and wife speak so glowingly about each other.
Quote, that man is the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yes, and he had said that about her too.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, you can imagine that, Tony Dokoupil.
No, can you match that? I don't know.
Oh, I thought you said can you imagine.
We can. I mean, I can say yes for my wife.
Don't you go anywhere, because we're the best thing that happened to you, all right? All that mattered this week. We'll be right back.